The pitch for Owen County, I think, always starts with the natural beauty. That's what drew my family here 25 years ago, because my parents were living up in Indianapolis area and looking for a nice country retreat, somewhere to escape from the growth in Indianapolis, and that's how we all ended up here.
Some of the best things about Owen County, of course, are being outdoors. Being able to go fishing when you want to, go biking, hiking, anything like that. So if you want to be outside, and especially if it's not raining, it's a great time to do so. One of the other things, of course, that's great about Owen County is the community spirit. Whether you're part of the Exchange Club, Lions Club, any of these clubs, we really care about the community and kind of changing that community for the better for tomorrow.
I'm the president of the Owen County Community Foundation, which is a local charity that collects donations, and then we keep those in permanent funds, then invest that money and give out the proceeds in the form of grants and scholarships to the community. I get to see the very best side of Owen County, the generosity of the people. It tends to give me a pretty positive view of things.
We were opening the Dragonfly. We had a goal of being open last year for Apple Butter Festival. We had gotten everything together, and that was going to be our day to unveil things and be open and ready to go. Well, when you start on construction projects, they always run a little behind. You should prepare for that. But 7 p.m. the night before Apple Butter, we have just trash everywhere. We're trying to get open. You've got guys coming through with lumber. You can't put out your products yet because they're hauling through and there's sawdust and all kinds of things. So 7 p.m. we started cleaning up, trying to get ready, and I had that almost a defeated feeling of there is absolutely no way we're gonna be ready to go. I've got tons of stuff in the back room. I don't even have displays put together yet. And my husband and I started putting our displays together. People started showing up at my shop, people I did not know to a large extent. And I'm thinking, hey, we're not open. And they're like, no, we're here to help. Strangers came in, Rob Babbs, the people that own Main Street Coffee, Josh and Brianne Hogan, just strangers, Ed O'Brien, opening boxes, people making coffee, and you're punch drunk by 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Some people stayed till 8 o'clock in the morning helping us get set up, and they didn't want anything except to see us succeed. And when it was over, we were so tired and so elated because we're gonna open, and we're gonna open on time, and the shop looks great. But I think the overall feeling was, if we don't even make a dime at this, we have met some of the coolest, kindest people who are no longer just acquaintances. They're our extended family and they're our friends. I wasn't from Spencer, but I am now. And that's how we feel. And I see that welcome feeling extended to so many people who come into town, and immediately you're part of a collective group. And it's a magical feeling. It really is.
I have been in Owen County about 25 years. I am not from Owen County, but I came down for a visit during apple butter season and fell in love with the town and moved a year later.
In the small community of Spencer, and then the larger community of Owen County, there are a lot of churches. And so if you want to consider that faith-based, then yes, I just want to make a difference in people's lives. That's what the church where I pastor does. We want to make a difference in people's lives. Is it a faith-based community? I'd say, yeah, given the fact that there's, probably 30, 40, 50 churches in our community. When the tourism gets the word out, and people come to visit Owen County and Spencer specifically, they can hear that there are churches that care about this community, and it makes it a kinder, gentler community. It makes it a place where I want to live. We're transplants. My wife and I are transplants. We moved here in November of '05, and everybody wondered, well, are you going to like it there? Are they going to like you? I don't know. I hope so. But in fact, the team that asked me to come, they said, can you live in a smaller city? And I said, yeah, that's where I want to live. I want to live in a small community.
I was at a meeting yesterday up in Rochdale, Indiana, which is similar, smaller than here in Spencer, but one of the officials that works in downtown Indy, and he lives in Broad Ripple, and he says any given day it can take me 20 minutes to get home, up to 45 an hour to get home, you know, just down the road. It takes that long, and you have that mindset that you have to live in the city so that you're close to work. He said, but I could get to Rochdale, I could get to Spencer in the same amount of time and live in this great little community that's safe, that's quiet, that is family, and is something that you don't get in the city. And people need to open up their minds to, it takes just as long driving that distance from the country out here in rural Owen County into job opportunities is a very realistic endeavor. So you can have the quality of life and the quality of place here in Owen County, yet still be able to work in Indianapolis or Bloomington or somewhere else. And it doesn't really hit you until you hear that come out of the mouth of somebody that actually works in downtown Indy, that works in the government, right in the heart of Indianapolis. So, but we're really working hard to make it an attractive option for folks to consider when they're looking at a place to live and grow their families.
I first came to Spencer actually when I met Jacob, who is my husband at this moment. So we were dating at the time, obviously. And he had just finished restoring an old 1850s Greek revival home right here in town. And so it was an awesome small home that we just loved, and we were there for about 8 years together. And then eventually we decided to build a home, and we wanted a little bit more land. We ran out of flower beds for Jacob, and so he needed some more space. And so we had a home built just outside of downtown, but still within Spencer. We love this community, and so we've got some land, we have woods, we have creeks, we can spread out, and it's really exciting for us. So we got married several years later. We've been together 15 years now, and about 4 years ago we had Truman, our son, who is just the joy of our life, and he spends every day running around the trees in those woods and over those creeks, and his grandparents live actually right next door, so it's literally over the river and through the woods to get to his grandparents' house. And so we love being able to have that home for him, and we love to be able to raise him in a small but really welcoming community. It's exciting for us. I think, you know, it's easy to portray rural America or rural Indiana as, you know, conservative, backwoods, ignorant, you know, whatever you want to say when you haven't actually gone to these places and you just want to portray them in some way. And the reality is they're just like everywhere else. There is love and acceptance, and also the negative things too, but you're going to find all of that no matter where you're at, no matter what community you're in. And so we found this to be really fertile ground for us. We found that not only was there a great need for you know, information and services for the LGBTQ community, but we also found that the community as a whole was willing to welcome us, and really we've cultivated ourselves here, and we've flourished. It's been fantastic.
My favorite thing about Owen County is how they all pull together and support each other, whatever it might be. Community picnics that are going on, festivals that are going on. They just band together, and it's a wonderful community. We have a great support system here for whatever you want to do.
And I feel the same way. It's I love knowing everybody, and it's just a good feeling.
And I hope that if people are looking for a place to live that is somewhat slower paced, that they would consider Owen County. That's not just hype, because my wife and I love it here. We've been here 10 years. And people say, are you ready to move? Nope. We're not ready to move. We don't want to move, you know, because we just like living here. We like the people, and I like the small community. I like being able to go to the Tivoli. I like being able to go to Main Street Coffee, you know. Even though I don't drink coffee, you know, I just like to go and see people and have a friendly face, you know, or someone to smile at me, or go to Bab's grocery store and see people I know, you know, or go to the Y, whatever. It's just more of a small-time feeling. And if there is somebody who says, you know, I want to relocate somewhere, I want to slow down a little bit, but I don't want to be out in the middle of Nowheresville, consider Spencer. You know, I think it's a great place to live.